We're on day 57 of our 60-day healing journey to establish inner union. Only 3 days left. It's feeling so good out here today that I had to come out and get some of this good sunlight. We're on day 57, and the affirmation for today is inner union guides my life. Inner union guides my life. So all of the things that we spoke about in all of these previous videos, as far as our inner union, how our masculine and feminine energies have to be balanced, how our inner and outer selves have to be balanced, how our bodies have to be in alignment with the decisions that we make, how our bodies feel when we're making decisions, if things are in alignment with our core values. This is really how we should be moving when we make decisions daily. Are the decisions that I'm making, are the things that I'm doing, isn't in alignment with who I truly am? Is this going to be okay for my purpose, the reason why I'm here? Are the things that I'm doing right now lining up and aiming towards my purpose? Or am I doing things that are not in alignment? Am I making decisions that are true to me and not because other people say that is for me? Does my mind, body, and spirit agree? Are they all on one accord with the decisions that I make? This is how we should be moving as far as every day. The things that we're doing, from the foods we eat, everything, the actions that we take, the company that we keep, the environments that we're in. Does this align with who I am and where I'm going at in my life? The somatic practice is balance, posture, and breath. So we're going to practice balance, posture, and breathing. So we're going to be breathing in for 4 and out for 8. And just allowing our nervous system to calm. The visualization is inner cooperation and action. So you're going to visualize your inner self cooperating with your actions, your inner self being aligned with the actions that you decide to take. We want to visualize that. What does that look like when your inner self is in agreement? Sometimes we can tell when things are out of alignment because our bodies give us signals. Our stomachs may feel upset. You may feel like you have a knot in your throat, your shoulders, start to feel tightened. Your nervous system just goes haywire. Is everything in alignment? We're going to visualize we are visualizing our inner selves having that alignment with our outside decisions that we make. So visualize your inner cooperation in action. The journal prompt is, how does inner union show up now? How does inner union show up now? Are you noticing now in your daily life how since you've been making decisions and understanding how this inner union works, have you been noticing that you've been magnetizing certain things into your life now since you've been doing that? Have you been meeting different types of people? Have you had different opportunities? Have you had new ideas because you allowed your inner self to guide you? So that's the journal prompt. How does inner union show up now? And take the time to compare now and to before. Were the decisions I made before bringing certain things into my life? Then we're able to see how we truly play a part in what happens in our life. How we have to be accountable for our actions because we are attracting these things into our life. So how does inner union show up now? The practice is act from wholeness. So whenever you're taking any action, do it from a place of wholeness. Don't do it from just a part of you that may want something and the other part of you is saying no. All parts of you have to be in agreement. You know what I'm saying? Once you start doing this inner union journey, it's almost hard to go against yourself. It is a battle. It is a struggle. It's almost like you're going to war within yourself because a part of you says yes, the other part says no. But the whole part of you wants to be in accord so that you can get the best things for you. If it's an accord, then it will be a very peaceful decision and it will be like, yes, an exciting yes. Like, I know this is for me. So that's the practice. Act from wholeness. The holistic tip is notice ease. Notice yourself being at ease when you decide to act from alignment. Notice the calmness that comes over you when you stand up for yourself and you make decisions from that inner union. Inner union does require you standing up for yourself, being firm in what you believe, and saying sometimes the things that are the most uncomfortable. You may not want to be nagging to someone else. You may not want to seem difficult to someone else. But truly, your inner self knows what it wants and what it needs. And how do you feel when you act from that space? Notice that ease that comes across you from listening to yourself when yourself is trying to guide you versus listening to some outside stimulus, some other person, some other, your job, a friend, or it's just anyone that you interact with that may be pulling you in a different direction from where your inner self wants to take you. Remember, your core values are there for a reason. The reason you have those core values is because that's how you feel. If your core value is honesty, then you know what honesty means to you. So you can't ignore that. If you feel like something is not being truthful to you, something is not authentic, your core value is honesty, truth, integrity, and you know how that feels. You will not be able to escape yourself, no matter what you do. So it's best to just get into inner union so that yourself can be in alignment and can truly magnetize the things that are in alignment with who you are versus having fragmented pieces that are being torn here, torn there, just pulled in different directions. It's better just to have that inner union and following your inner self, because that's when you have true peace. So I will see you all tomorrow. Peace and love. Mwah.